Now what's going to happen? Condensation. Rain. The hot water in the kettle gives off water vapor to the air by rapid evaporation, just as rivers, lakes, and ponds give off water vapor to the air by slow evaporation. As the hot water-filled air hits the colder air near the ice tray, the water vapor turns into clouds of tiny water droplets floating in the air. Condensation. When the air is quite cold and cannot hold any more water droplets, they collect together to form larger drops, as on the ice tray. And being too heavy to float in the air, they fall back to the earth as rain. Without water in the air, we couldn't live. Our fields would be dry and nothing would grow. Because water evaporates in the air and returns again as rain, we have water running through the valleys in our brooks and streams, filling reservoirs with water to drink, turning our water wheels, and turning the turbines in the powerhouses to give us electricity, all from water in the air.
But we're going to turn now to what's being called biblical flooding across Colorado. Residents said they've never seen anything like it. The image is just shocking. Homes up to their roofs with water, rescuers using canoes to get people to safety as rivers rage with roads ripped out. And there's no end to this misery in sight.
There are parts of 8 western states that are under flood watches and warnings this morning. In that Boulder, Estes, Loveland area, at least 3 highways are gone. I'm going to say it's 4 or 5. We're talking about highways gone. You can see how the water is rushing so hard it undermines the road surfaces.
You can see there is a man who is racing to open the floodgates. He puts his own life in danger to open them. Dramatic rescues have been unfolding there through the day and the night.
In Commerce City, thousands of people told to evacuate immediately as life-threatening rains overpower yet another dam.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Look at these numbers, incredible rainfall totals. And the bad news is that after the 9+ inches in place like Colorado Springs, there's more to come. This whole deal, it's not over.
Stranded and submerged. The Colorado landscape washing away as rescuers race to those trapped by rising waters.
It's like the ocean out here.
Dozens of homes, entire neighborhoods up to their roofs in that murky runoff.
Within 1 hour, it completely surrounded the entire house and we had current.
Some caught riding it out. Others plowing through the historic floods in pickup trucks. In Weld County, farms isolated on islands.
Never ever has this water been this high. I've got 3 horses. I hope they're alive. We had to get out so quick.
And look at those abandoned mobile homes, congested, toppled by the devastating waters. In Estes Park, this dramatic video of a woman desperately holding on as rescue workers zipline her to safety. And from inside this fire truck, the floodwaters bubbling over the windshield. Thousands evacuated from their homes, 4 dead, and more than 180 now unaccounted for. And it's not just Colorado. Parts of New Mexico are getting up to 4 inches of rain an hour at times. At least 25 homes evacuated, countless roads impassable. The remorseless waters devouring highways, homes crumbling in the force. A full weekend forecast of more rain.
This river gauge that I'm going to show you now has surged to 19+ feet. Their old historic record was around 11, so you know how bad it still is this morning north of Denver.
Unimaginable loss.
We lost our home. It's all gone.
Thousands of Colorado residents forced from their homes. The National Guard airlifting nearly 300 out of the stranded community of Jamestown.
Oh my God!
Reuniting them with loved ones, still shaken by all they've seen.
Nobody could ever imagine anything like this. The devastation over there is immense.
It's like everything you know and love, you just see it get swept away in a matter of hours.
One friend dead and no idea of, when we can go back and what will be left when we get back.
Lying in the shadow of the majestic Rocky Mountains and located at a confluence of mighty rivers, in a verdant landscape nourished and shaded by the clouds that billow down from these majestic peaks, there's a city pulsating with pioneer spirit and crackling with the untamed energy of the West. And lurking in the shadow of that city, fed by a confluence of mighty oil companies and nourished by the clouds that billow out from their majestic refineries, is another city, dynamic and vibrant, alive and growing. This is Commerce City. Follow along now as we explore the fine points of this urban wonderland, Colorado's best-kept secret. Located in the voluptuous cleft between the sister cities of Denver and Aurora, Commerce City sparkles like a jewel in the cleavage of the Rocky Mountain West. With only occasional clear views of the Rocky Mountains, Commerce City has all of the charm of a mining town and all of the ambiance of loosely regulated heavy industry. We're talking about an ideal place to locate new industry, a place booming with economic prosperity and rich in natural resources. Commerce City offers a solid back-to-basics approach to the world of work. You'll find opportunities in all of the tried and true professions, none of this fly-by-night.com business. Picture yourself at the helm of a world-class hotel. Picture your wife in aviation or entertainment, or both. Here you'll find a wealth of housing options, from beautiful high-end custom homes to mature tracts brimming with vintage 1950s suburban splendor. Or maybe your active lifestyle leans more toward the increasingly popular sports utility housing. By the month or the hour, Commerce City offers luxury residential hotel accommodations to meet your every need. A scenic drive along Colorado's historic Highway 2 evokes a spirit of carefree motoring and cross-country adventure through a thick slice of mid-century Americana. Catering to a variety of lifestyles, diversity is Commerce City's middle name. While it may not be Route 66, this section of Highway 2 is truly Colorado's magnificent mile. When we say welcome to Commerce City, we're talking about the perfect place to relocate your home and the right place to raise your family. We're talking about a cultural center that rivals any 4th or 5th tier city in the country. We're talking about the perfect place to say yes to life. We think you'll agree that when it comes to your business, your home and family, or your active lifestyle, there's one and only one destination: Commerce City.